Hello, this is Mario Moraga.
And this is John Ramos, and this is Familia Flamenca podcast. I want to thank everyone once again for joining us today. I mean, whatever you're listening in. So, how are you doing, Mario?
Everything's going great. Today is really storm here in Spain, in Jerez de la Frontera. But get
Mm.
almost arriving to springtime with so many ferias,
Mhm.
romerias, pilgrimages, and so many parties and things around the flamenco. So happy and really nice. So yeah, man, really happy. Nice moment, right times are coming to Andalusia. Once that the sun is arriving, so everything's returned to normality here in Andalusia. So happy.
I know finally the winter is over. Well, I mean, in my case, in Denver, we just had some snow last night. It was kind of it wasn't exactly out of nowhere though. I mean, we saw it on the forecast, but it's the beginning of the spring, and there is even a joke here in Colorado that if you want to experience every single season of the day of the year, come to Colorado. You'll experience it in one day. In the morning, you get the cold, and in the afternoon you get the sun. Like the summer, and then at night you get the snow. It's so crazy
Oh
over here, man.
my
But yeah, man, yeah, right here. I mean, we're 5 a.m. over here. What time is it over there in Spain?
Right now it is 1:23 p.m.
Oof. Alrighty, man. Well, so yeah, so we're gonna start again, with a few questions from the Familia Flamenca community.
Yeah. Well, I
So
think that before we start with that, we
mhm,
can let people know that we always leave in comments below the link with the form in which you can leave the word, the sentence, or
mhm,
whatever you want us to talk about on our episode. Okay, so if you go to comments below,
mhm.
you have a link and in which you can fill a form with any word, any expression, anything that you want to get more info about it on these episodes. Okay, so if you see we don't get ready, we just go into the forums and we see the answers. And we just answer and talk about what our students or maybe yourself are letting us to talk about. Okay, so feel free to go down on the first comment and fill the form to get answer and listen about the anything that you want to listen about on our podcast episodes.
Yeah, no, thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, but it's true though. If you are wondering about certain topic about flamenco, whatever it is, just make sure to click that form, fill it out, and then yeah, we'll eventually talk about it. We're just trying to build this community, talk more about because I mean there's a lot of things about flamenco that are kind of a mystery to a lot of people, so we're just trying to clear all of that, for just for people to understand more of the culture, more of the music, more of everything.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Cool, cool. All
Okay,
right.
let's go for two with today's words and expressions. Let's see.
All right, so today we got a few words, but let's start with the first word. What is falseta?
Okay, falseta is something that if you're into guitar, flamenco guitar, you need to know what is it. Okay, so if you say to someone, "Hey, I play flamenco," and then someone asks yourself, "Hey, I yesterday learned this falseta," and you say, "What the hell is falseta?" You are not a flamenco guitarist. Okay, why? Because flamenco guitar was born around accompanying singers, and falseta is a melody section for of 20 seconds, 30 seconds, not longer than that, that we use as a guitarist to give a break for the singers and the dancers. Okay. So usually any solo pieces that you work on when you practice guitar, usually solo piece of guitars for on flamenco guitar is a combination of different falsetas. Okay, because a falseta is a 30-second melody section. Okay. So my method whenever I teach a student that wants to learn and get into flamenco guitar, for me it's always is like, okay, you want to play flamenco guitar, that's great. Forget books, forget harmony, forget theory, forget techniques, forget everything. The only thing that you need to know is to at least know learn how to play two falsetas and two rhythm patterns of the style that you want to learn. So, for example, if you all want to learn solea, so the only thing that you need to know at the beginning, at least, is two falsetas or three falsetas of solea and two rhythm patterns of solea. And by this way, you can combine rhythm pattern, falseta, rhythm pattern, falseta, rhythm pattern, falseta, and you have a full solo piece already to be played wherever you want. Okay. So to define, Falseta is a melody section that we use as a guitarist to give a break for the singers and the dancers between different paragraphs or footwork sections. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember understanding the whole concept of falsetas. As a non-flamenco person, starting about 3 years ago, it was a little interesting to figure it out. Knowing that a falseta is not exactly like a long song; it's just like little songs that you put together, as Mario was saying. Just for the dancer, to kind of take a break. But yeah, I remember just starting doing falsetas, and I remember doing like the Paco de Lucia with the fandango. We did the Paco de Lucia fandango
Yeah, one
falseta.
the picado one.
That was a good one. I'm still working on it. I'm still working towards the end, but
When we learn something of Paco, we keep
Mhm.
learning it and improving that forever because maybe you know the fingering, but you are never ready to play that because it's Paco
I
repertoire.
know we're talking about that with the tientos. Remember, you were saying that
Same thing.
it's always about the picados, but the tientos don't really have a fast picado, but somehow it has a really fast picado, like
Yeah,
almost not right at the end, but like mid ending. Yeah.
yeah. I remember. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
the Tientos one. Also, maybe if we want to find out like a translation for falsetto, could be riff, maybe
Mhm.
flamenco guitar riff.
Mhm. Yeah, I think I looked it up, and it says that like they call them licks, kind of like for jazz.
Licks,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
licks.
Yeah, so it would be like just like a small song, and just kind of like put them together, like as you were saying, two falsetas. I was gonna say songs, two falsetas. It would be good enough for a song. Well, not even a song. It's just a flamenco piece.
That's it.
But you can learn more falsetas and then make it more complex. But it all depends of how you wanna like express yourself with the guitar, how you wanna tell a story.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool, cool.
That's it. Nice.
All right. So we got falseta covered. We're going with the next word. What is compass?
Compass. If we want to translate compass, one compass is a measure. Okay, one bar also in English. No,
Mm,
one compass. It's one measure. But for flamenco guitarists, for flamenco people, compass is not a measure. It's an expression. Compass means rhythm. So if I am a good compass guitarist, is that it means that I am a nice rhythm guitar player. Okay, we can say you have compass, you don't have compass. You has a nice sense of rhythm, or you has not a good sense of rhythm. Okay,
mm,
so we also call compass. Okay, let's do two compass, two measures, or let's
mm,
wait two compasses before the singer starts to sing. So it means that let's wait for two measures before the singers start to sing. No, so it means to like two things: compass as the traditional way, like measure,
mm,
or also the expression of compass,
mm,
which means compass pattern, rhythm pattern. Okay,
mm,
so as we talked before, two falsetas and two rhythm pattern, we can also say two falsetas and two compass patterns.
mm.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
usually don't refer we usually don't use the word rhythm, ritmo in
Mm,
Spanish. We usually we use more the word compass.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true though. Uh, when I started doing flamenco, the whole idea of compass was a little interesting to me. I just didn't really understand it because I'm used to like knowing as you were saying rhythm. When I started taking class with Adriana Cortez, she was just telling me like you gotta do this compass, you gotta go this compass this fast, and I was like, wait, what? So I started understanding it also like as tempo, like you gotta do a faster compass or like stuff like that. Is that right, Mario? Like kind of like
Yeah,
compass and tempo. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. In compass, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's in compass. It's correct on the rhythm or not. It's in
Mm-hmm.
compass or in not in compass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. I also record myself sometimes if I compose something or if I learn something for the first time. I record myself just to um, ensure that the thing that I'm playing it's correctly in rhythm. It's in
Mm-hmm.
compass or not.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, like in a few words, you want to say, I'm doing this rhythm correct. You just say I'm playing on compass or like play
That's
on
it.
compass. Hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Nice.
Alrighty, guys. So yeah, that was Compás covered. So now we're gonna go ahead and talk about marcaje. What is marcaje?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
marcaje, that it's a verb, okay? Bueno, marcaje no is a verb,
Mm-hmm.
but marcar,
Mm-hmm.
to point, maybe, means
To mark. Uh-huh.
to mark, yeah. So marcaje is when the dancers are, for me, okay, because, sometimes depends of which person you ask about something can tell you different explanations, but a marcaje is something more into dancers. Okay, marcaje is to mark something more on rhythm. Boom taka tum boom taka ta boom taka. If you say marking, the main beat with my arms or with my foot. So to marcar, to mark, to point, or sometimes is to mark the strong the main beat of the measure.
Mm-hmm.
If you 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2, I'm not a dancer, okay, sorry, but if you see, I'm doing the 1 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. When you are starting to learn some flamenco with your foot, I'm doing right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. Okay, so to marcaje, it's a moment in which you, yeah, do something that helps yourself as a dancer to get and arrive on a better way to the main beat of the measure of the compass.
Okay.
Usually we do marcajes on the main beat. If we are on fandango, 1 2 3 1 2 3 marcaje, 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, tum taka taka tum taka taka tum taka taka tum taka taka ta. It's always give importance to the main beat by doing something with my arms or
Mm-hmm.
by doing something with the footwork.
Okay. That's cool. That's interesting. So it's basically just a way of, like as we were saying, like to mark, to kind of like identify when the like beat starts.
Yeah, and also myself as a guitarist, if I see the dancer doing some marcaje, so that have to help herself or himself.
Mm-hmm.
So if they hear one taka taka pum taka taka pum taka taka pum taka taka pum taka taka pum, they want also by from ourselves to help themselves find and situate themselves on the main
Mm-hmm.
beat. Okay,
So it's kind of like a way also of not getting lost, right? In a way.
that's it. That's
Mm.
it.
Hmm. Cool, cool. Alrighty. So now we got marcaje covered, and then we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead with another word that has to do with dancing and also with music. We're gonna go with what is escobilla?
Okay, Escobilla is a section. It's also a dance word. Okay, we don't use escobillas when we do solo guitar or accompanying singers. Escobilla is just used for accompanying dancers. Okay, so we can write down. We can talk, for example, next episode of the full structure, the full performance of a dancer, in which we can go deep into all the different sections that you see when you are attending a show. Okay, it's not just a people dancing, singing, and improvising. No, it has a structure. So maybe one full episode could be around the full structure of a dance performance. Okay, maybe we can do that next week.
There goes an
So
idea right there.
yeah, Escobilla is one of those sections into a full dance performance. Each style has a Escobilla section. So escobilla is something which usually the dancers show their technique skills and their sound and their strength and their knowledge about the style, and about dancing. Okay, usually it's something that starts really slowly, and once that we are going into the escobilla, it's increasing the speed, the strength, and the expression. And it's usually when we close and finish the escobilla section, there is usually a big applause moment by the audience. Okay, so each style has its own Escobilla music. For example, if I am, let me know if you listen to the guitar. One second. You listen?
Yes.
I'm going to tune. Live. Okay, so remember, each style, when the dancer is dancing, has its own melody for the escobilla. So once that the dancers start to dance the escobilla, we have to also recognize it. And as a guitarist, my job is to know the music of the escobilla that we are playing. So if we are in alegrías, so the escobilla, the traditional way, okay, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At the same time that I do this music, they are doing taka taka tuku tuku ta tuku taka takum tum ta tuku tuku taka taka tum tam tum taka tum tum tam taka tuku taka tum taka tam. Okay, so usually, not usually, always, the melody follows the step. It's not something that I play alone. I play this music because it fits exactly with what the dancers are doing with their footwork. Okay, so this is the music of the alegría escobilla. For example, the taranto escobilla within 4 1. And it keeps sounds. Okay, so there is it's longer than that. But what I have to know as a guitarist, the music of all the styles, because of when I arrive to the tabla or to the show or to the stage, the dancer is going to say, "Hey Mario, today I'm going to dance seguirilla." So okay, once that I know the seguirilla, I automatically make my own structure. Okay, guitar intro, falseta, two letras, and the escobilla. Okay, so we have different melodies of the escobilla into seguirilla, taranto, alegría, caña, serrana, soleá also, soleá por bulería, alegría. All those styles has its own different melody for the escobilla section when we accompany dancers. Okay. So also at the end is a melody section. So sometimes we use those escobilla sections as a falseta, and we use that when we play solo guitar sometimes. Okay. Escobilla, escoba means broom. What we the thing that we use to clean the floor. No? So I don't know exactly where this name comes from. Okay, but it looks like with the footwork, the movement of the foot. Okay, it looks like the movement that you do when you clean the floor. And maybe the powder that whenever you clean the powder and the the suciedad, I don't know how to call that in English. So much powder in the environment when you broom the floor. So maybe when dancers are doing like all the footwork, all the dirty and the powder on whatever is on the floor, dust. That's it. It's on the environment, no? So maybe I don't know, but maybe it is a reason because of it's a name.
Wow, we're doing a whole analysis of Escobilla right now with that. Yeah, no, it makes sense. I mean, like, because when you're dancing, you're like basically lifting all the dust. So I can see where Escobilla, and kind of like when you're dancing with the escoba and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was looking up the definition of Escobilla, and it said that it's kind of considered as a solo de pies, which would be translated as a
solo footwork piece.
A footwork solo, which would be better translated as a dance solo. Yeah.
So dance solo depends because it always has a melody, but sometimes the dancers start to do it just by themselves, and we include the music maybe after two measures, after two compasses, one compass, three compass, four compass, depends. And sometimes also the dancers compose their own escobilla, and we have to create and compose the music for this escobilla that the dancer create for himself or herself.
That's very interesting.
Yeah,
I have to hear that sometime.
Sometimes when I'm doing a show for the first time with someone, I ask, "Hey, you are doing the traditional escobilla, or you create your own escobilla?" No, Mario, I compose my escobilla section, so I'm going to record a video. I'm going to send that to you. Okay, that's necessary because I have to
Hmm.
create the music for that. Because the usual music don't fit with this footwork of this answer, you know?
Hmm.
And that's it.
Well, here we go. That was Escobilla explained once again. But yeah, so that was I think that concludes the list of words that we wanted to talk about today.
That's great.
So we talked about falsetas, compases, marcajes, and escobillas.
Nice.
So
A
yeah,
really dance lesson today,
mm,
dance episode.
pretty much it. And then yeah, we should definitely talk about like a whole like section of what you said, like escobillas in the
No, no,
future.
let's see the full dance performance or the
Mm,
structure of a full performance
mm,
of our dancers next week. Would be nice and to
mm,
analyze it and to know all the things that you need to know
mm.
to be able to accompany a dancer.
Yeah, and also like maybe we can touch on the next episode about because I know in Spain there is a lot of ferias going on because of the with the Sevillanas and stuff.
Yeah,
So I think that
yeah,
would be great as well.
yeah, could be.
Alrighty, alrighty, Mario. Well, thank
Yes,
you so much for joining
nice to
us
see you, man.
today.
One more week.
Yeah,
Let's
one
see.
more week. This is the third episode. Well, is it
That's it.
right? Yeah.
You
So
know, it's the fourth.
the fourth. Oh wow,
Yeah, it's the
I'm
fourth.
getting lost in time. So this
Me
is the
too. Me too.
fourth.
Me too. Me
But
too.
yeah, so once again, thank you everyone for listening to us. Today was a shorter episode. It was a 22-minute. But yeah, so whatever you're listening to us in the car, at home, at work, thank you once again for supporting this project. And yeah, so once again, I'm Joan Ramos. Mhm.
And this is Mario Moraga, and hope to see you next week. And remember to leave your word, expressions, and topics on the form that you will find on the first comment below this video.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything that you want to talk about, eventually I'll ask Mario, and he pretty much knows everything. But yeah.
No. Take care,
Alrighty,
guys.
guys.
Nice to see you. Thanks, Young. See you soon, man. Bye bye.
See you soon, man. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Ciao.